Check the spreads when the distance. Now we're dropping these locks, just the boys in the wheel to cash big. So many times it happens too fast. You trade your bankroll for glory. Don't lose your grip on the almanac pass. You must bet just to keep it alive. So the pick is in it, it's the thrill of the line. Dialing up to the challenge of the books, and the last known survivor stalks his edge in the night. And he's watching us all. The pick is in. Face to face, out on the air, hanging tough, staying sharp. They stack the odds, still we take to the square for the win with the skill to survive. The pick is in, it's the thrill of a line. Dialing up to the challenge of the books, and the last known survivor stalks his edge in the night. And he's watching us all. The pick is in. The pick is in. Rising up, straight to the top, had the guts, got the units. When the distance, now we're not gonna stop. Just the boys and the will to survive. It's a pick is in, pick is in, pick is in, pick is in. The pick is in, it's the thrill of the line. Rising up to the challenge of our rival, and the fix might be in, but we're calling it right. Hayward's almanac, Jonah, Snoop in the fight. Is the fix in? Is it all predetermined? Back to the future, future's looking certain. Tune in weekly for the picks and the laughs. Sports betting expert dropping knowledge on the path. The pick is in. The pick is in. The pick is in. The pick is in. Pick is in. Pick is in. Pick is in.
All right, what's up, everybody? Pick is in podcast Thursday night here at 8 p.m. Eastern, NBA version. It's your boy Haywood. Gotta love that song. Coming to you live tonight on all of our platforms. Got another good show lined up for you folks at home. Appreciate everybody at home tuning in. Snoop, yes, I'm going to get a cheers in already. Cheers to everybody at home. I want to bring in my co-host, my brother from another, Snoop Vom. Ooh.
You're supposed to wait for me to cheers you before you drink, guy. Jeez.
Well, cheers to you, brother. What's up, my guy?
Jeez.
How you
Damn,
doing?
boy. You better wait for me to fucking cheers.
I know our guests love that comment. See him laughing back there. Stu, what's up? What's good in the world of yours, my man?
Dude, I recorded a funny podcast this morning, a good one. This guitar player, he plays guitar for Stephen Piercy from the band Rat, and he went off on some stuff today. It was a good episode. I can't wait to put it out next week. It's going to be good.
That's awesome. Always getting those rock stars, Snoop. Good job, brother.
Yeah, it was tight.
I enjoyed your last week's show, man. It was I enjoyed it a lot, man.
Which one was that?
Dude, you've had so many damn good guests. The guy with the long hair, you guys talk sports a little bit, but I forget his freaking name. You put me on the spot. I always forget. But no, I enjoyed it. You know, I watched it.
On the spot.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Freaking A. What up, brother? Everybody at home, appreciate everybody chiming in. Don't forget to drop a comment, like, and repost. That means the world. We've got another good show lined up for you with NBA news, stories, A little bit of bettings inserted here. We cover a little aspects of football during the off season. So excited to have a great show lined up. Snoop, where can the folks at home find all of our great work?
That would be at the Substack.
Yeah. We got what? Here we got the Here's the Thing, Dualistic, Jonas Philosopher King, all the way over from Phone Booth. Thank you, Ted, on everything that he does for us as far as putting the platforms in. And we got a merch store, Snoop. How many shirts you own, brother?
I don't own any, but I have some shirts that are made for my podcast. We got to get some pickers in though. Soon to be added to the mix. So we'll have to let everyone know once those get made.
Yeah. Gotta love the merch store, comfortable shirts, but that's where you can find all of our work over at phoneboothpodcast.substack.com. Also, if you can check us out over at YouTube, that'd be awesome at the Pick Is In Podcast. Drop a subscribe. That means everything. We're up to 45 subscribers now. We need 50 to hit the criteria to stream. Got a couple shorts that we pulled up today, but all of our work is on here for all of our shows, all the way back from football. And then, folks, we need some help over at Rumble. Go give us a subscribe over at Rumble and a follow. We're up to 6. It's our smallest platform right now. We just started getting that rocking. But if you could, that'd be awesome. Go over there and drop us a follow. That'd be great. Thank you, Snoop.
Yeah.
Cheers, all the subs. Thank you, people.
Salute.
All right, let's bring it to our boy, the homie, the fantasy football homeboy, my guy, Nick Wilcox of Fantrax. What up?
What up, dude?
Without me, disrespectful.
There you go.
Just disrespectful. Just
Coming in hot. I love it.
Thanks, Snoop.
Coming in hot. I love it.
What'd I do?
Everything. Everything. Haywood, everything.
Love you
It's great to
too.
be here. It's great to be here. It's great to be here. It's great to be here.
Great to have you on Fantasy Basketball Championship Week for you and like many people at home.
Semifinals.
Semifinals for you. Okay, but appreciate you, my guy. How's life and how was your week?
Life's good, man. You know what I'm saying? Any day above ground is a good day. So to have a great day, though, there's requirements for that. So, but yeah, living a great day out here. But yeah, look, a lot to get into. So let's get right into it.
And before we get into that, I want to tell the great folks at home where they can find your great work. Snoop, I shared this for Nick's page at The Fantasy Football Show at DA Fantasy Football Show over at YouTube. Go over there and drop a subscribe. Give them some love. That they have a great show. Him and his great co-host Johnny Main putting it down. And Nick, what happened last week?
Oh, schedules. We'll figure it out. It's the off season for us. That's what it is.
It's the off season.
It sure is. So yeah, the off season is what it's off season. What else can I tell you?
We don't take seasons off out here.
That's okay. You gotta say it. I knew you were gonna say it. You were close. You were gonna say it.
What, my guy? What, my guy?
No, you're gonna say another word. Let me clarify. How you said it was out there. You can say it, but you can't say it like that.
That was hilarious.
It's an insider, everybody. It's an insider. So
That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was
it's an
good.
insider. We're laughing on our insider. You guys don't get the joke, but it's all good. We laughing. It's
Yeah.
But yeah, NBA news, NFL news. We're gonna break it all down. So let's get right to it.
Yeah, before going on the news, let's pull up the week's recap for the show as far as bets. I'm going to always do that to start off with everything. Excuse me. So 6 winning bets last week. Thank God the futures, because it was a pretty pretty rough week in the NBA. We had one big night in the NBA, but the rest of the nights were losers. So thankfully, had some futures, included with this. So 6 on the week, 22-6 on all of our legs, a plus 240 on the band. So thankfully, we had a great. I think Monday night was a great night for the show. 6th September, 996. 288 in all legs, up to 2,700 bands as far as units. So climbing up to that 3,000 mark. So getting excited to get to that point. And then I want to show all the folks at home, like I do every last week. When I show these bets on the post to the show, I'm going to show you an example. Here's last week's show. And in a nutshell, just like I show every week, I show the dollar amount, what type of legs, what's the odds, and what book. Link here, just easily click on it. If you don't like it, you don't have to ride. This one did not hit, as you could tell. We got 2 out of 3. Other things are on the post as well, stuff for our YouTube. But everything's transparent. Makes it pretty easy for everybody at home. Again, the legs, the dollar amount, odds, a link. Just click on it and simply go to it. So as you go through the week, I lay bets down. So if you're tailing, especially with futures and Monday night, that was a great night. So let's win some money. But I just want to show the folks at home everything when it comes to that. And this was the really good night, I believe, Monday. So this one right here was a pre-game bet. It was plus 1,000, so 10-1 odds for Scotty Barnes to hit 10 assists. His mark was at 5.5. Just a read I saw going into the game. That was a good win. The same night, we had a plus 279 on a 4-legger, 25 into 94. And then a live bet for Ace Bailey to score 30 points. At the time, he scored, I think he was at 13 in the second. When I placed this bet, it was at plus money. So I put a little extra juice on it with $35. So 81.20 on that. So that was our best night of the week. But other than that, the rest of the week was not good to us. Thankfully, we have futures involved there. So just want to go over the betting recap. So thank you, Snoop. So, not too bad. Thankfully, we have futures on there. I almost did Scotty Barnes last night with 10 assists, and it was plus 1,000 as well, and he hit that as well. Undervalued sometimes. Undervalued. And
It hasn't been. I don't know. Barnes just has not been hit. Like, I don't know, for whatever reason. Like, from a fantasy perspective, feels like Barnes has not been hitting his ceiling games lately. So
agree.
yeah, I don't know. The lack of scoring for me, I'm like, dude, like, come on.
Is it because he has, or is the team finally healthy? Maybe that's why. Well, IQ's out now.
Yeah.
But you're right. Barnes was what, top 20 pick? Coming in, he hasn't really performed. Do you have him in any league?
Ultimately gonna get eliminated from him. Yep. Yeah. So it's Scotty Barnes, man. It's that time of the year though. So that's just what it is. But
It totally is. I've been preaching this the last few weeks, but I'm going very light on my betting. Lighter than I normally do. It's just really tough to bet, especially like live betting. Like my boy Carter, he's been having a rough time lately with NBA betting as well.
it's just that time of the year.
At that time of the year. So be patient. More bets will be coming into the show, especially with today kicking off baseball for opening day. I have something for you guys at the end of the show. Haywood has a futures bet he's going to post, and I've been doing pretty well at that. So let's dive into the NFL, guys. You guys ready to jump a little NFL news?
Sure.
Sarcastic.
So enthusiastic.
Sarcastic. So, something I was wrong about in January. Travis Kelce's coming back, everybody. That's 3 years, 52 million is what I heard. That's pretty big news, Nick. Automatically, what's your first take with this? I don't see him playing these 3 years, honestly. That's a long time.
That was
It does seem a little long.
3 years. 3 years, Kelsey?
Yeah.
Like, it was nuts. Like, what? Like, is it one of those, like, because you've been with the organization, you know what I'm saying, all this dang time, we're going to treat you well before you go out the door? Like, What is it? Because it's definitely no usage thing. I'll tell you that much. From a fantasy football perspective, it's definitely not. Like he hasn't had 1,000 yards in over 3 years or 3 seasons, and he's definitely not no bona fide like fantasy football stud like he was. So
Right.
I think it's just a loyalty contract, in my opinion. Say, hey, you're gonna retire with us. We know this. Whatever. We're gonna give you what you want. One
How
last
much,
little hoorah.
how much did you say it was, Haywood? 3 years, how much money?
52
50,
mil.
52 mil total.
52 over 3 years.
Yeah, that's a little
Yeah,
surprising when I
that's
first heard
that's
it.
steep. That's steep.
You know, loyalty maybe on both ends. You know, paying.
That's what, 18 a year? Yeah, well, 17 and something.
You know, where
17, 17 4 or something like that. Whatever.
wasn't he
Yeah.
still top
Year.
5 tight end this year?
Yeah,
Right on that brink.
like almost like by default in a way.
Oh,
Like 76 catches, 851 yards, and 5 scores. But let's be honest, like the tight end's position in fantasy football, it's like you can do you can still make that tight end one performance, but it's not like the greatest tight end line that separates you like to make your overall like roster like that much better than the next guy.
Yeah, he's gonna be doing a lot of blocking.
Yeah, I think it's just. I think I'm not expecting. We can't expect anything like what we saw for a couple of years ago. He doesn't get the usage like that, and it's the first season since. It's the first season since 2017 that he had less than 80 catches. So
yeah, think
like,
about that for a second. You know,
nah.
right?
But now Travis Kelce last couple of years is a higher end premium tight end pick anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it just. Not that I'm doubling down, but come on. We know the sun has set on the situation.
Totally.
Real life Chief stuff, yeah, he's still a weapon for them and stuff, whatever. But let's be honest, like this offense needs to transform outside of Kelsey.
It seems like they could have spent their money a little bit wiser, the Chiefs.
Literally. 17 million a year? Like
Chab,
crazy.
2 thoughts immediately. I'm not going to try to draft this guy. If he slips majorly and falls, like, in rounds he's not supposed to in, then I'll take a glance.
Sure.
Does he know something that we don't know about Patrick? Patrick, is he going to start the season on IR? Does he know things? What are you hearing about Patrick as far as that goes? You think that has anything to play? Because they're really close, aren't they?
They should be. I think I'm not sure if this correlates the contract and Mahomes like that to what we're thinking about. I do think though that it does give some type of confidence towards Mahomes, like in his rehab and stuff, because he started his rehab like pretty late. But it doesn't really bother me that he started his rehab late. It's just that's how it goes. Like, with Mahomes, because he got injured December, right?
Yeah,
December. So we're talking about at least 90 days to get to a place where he can start practicing. And there's no rush, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So as long as he gets his mobility a little bit better, not better, but like at least comfortable enough to where he could just sit in that pocket and go, like cool. But other than that, it's like I'm not so concerned about Mahomes not even starting week 1. I think he starts week 1. Just because the injury he had was a torn ACL, but for a quarterback, it's not as jeopardizable as if the running back went through that situation, because it's like quarterback could just the mobility will be sapped a bit, but it's also you can still sit in that pocket and just let it go. Like as long as he's still upright and throwing the ball, get dropped back, like that's all he needs to do.
Snoop, what's your thoughts when you first heard that Kelsey signed? Not retiring.
He should probably retire. Is my thoughts.
Being real, right? Real.
But I mean, if you want to give me, I don't know. It seems like he doesn't need the money, so to take those hits, to keep on.
Need the money, you never know.
He might need the money. He might need to pay fucking Taylor Swift's cult to give whatever fame he got. He's got to pay for it in the end. So
right. So, Well, speaking of Patrick Mahomes, we got this video. I think it was 2 days ago. This video came out, and this is his 100th day after surgery. So, that's good that we finally see him doing a little bit of work, a little bit ahead of schedule. But in your eyes, Nick, is the Chiefs healthy? Are they still Super Bowl contenders?
Yeah. Anytime we have Andy Reid, Mahomes, Kelsey.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you are. And the fact of the matter is that it's way too early to be talking about any type of Western League One talk or whatever. I think he is until I see otherwise. But it is an interesting point. But again, the contract, it's like you don't give Travis Kelsey, and actually I saw it's like 57 actually.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, it was
Thank you.
57.7. So $57.7 million over 3 years. So we're talking about 19, close to 20 per year, close. But yeah, if you're giving that much type of money to Kelsey, which is even more 19 million, Travis Kelsey, as we know, he's more of a, you save him for the postseason type of player. You're going to use him in the regular season stuff, or you're not going to go overboard with it. So you make sure he gets his reps during the regular season. If you're in competitive games, obviously, you're going to use him to the T. But
it's like that bullshit in the NBA, these rest the players, bullshit.
Yeah,
no,
rest management.
That's fuck that. That's not how I grew up watching the game, and the players that played the game, they played every fucking game.
Literally. Baseball players don't complain.
Right?
Unless it's Tommy John surgery or something. Baseball, they have a lot more games. But at the same time, on basketball, it's a lot more up and down. But anyhow, with football, it's all right, well,
all right,
games.
Last question on Kelsey. What tight ends would you take in front of him as of right now, Nick, in fantasy?
As of right now, I mean, off the top of my head, I think I'll easily take over Kelsey right now. Actually, you know what? It would be a debate between who I would take. Obviously, we're talking about McBride. That's easy. But as far as the rest, Kittle obviously is hurt. He probably won't come back until later in the year. So yeah, Kelsey. It's one of those things where I don't take Kelsey anywhere in the first McBride is the only tight end I take within the first 3 rounds. I'll just say that. The tight end position has always been somewhat of a punt position if you don't get top 2 guys, him and Bowers.
Okay.
Other than that, it's tight end is almost
Would you take Kittle over him?
Well, he's out. He's gonna be out
for the whole year.
I think he might be out for close to the whole year. He'll probably be out for close to the whole year, so definitely won't draft him now.
Kyle Pitts?
He re-signed with his Falcons, right? So, no. Not for the Bills. I like to do advanced football.
Bowers?
Definitely. McBride and Bowers, definitely top. Those are the guys. But even then, it's you looked at when you drafted him this past year, when you go premium tight end that high, unless you're in an actual premium league, you get actual more points for certain catches, receptions for tight ends, whatever. It doesn't make any sense. Your traditional standard setup, for tight ends, it doesn't make any sense to draft them.
You guys are. He's cutting out a little bit on the audio. You guys are so disrespectful. You don't even mention Colston Loveland. So
yeah, he's not top. He's not top tier though.
Oh,
Colston Loveland's not top tier.
Nick,
sit in your corner. He's not. Loveland is not anywhere near the top. Let's stop.
So hurt. It's disrespectful.
Yeah,
where would you have Loveland?
I'm just letting you know what it is.
I think you're going to be in for a surprise this next year. Watch.
It's possible, but everyone said that last year. So everyone said that last year. So he was out of the fantasy football regular season and our playoffs, and now all of a sudden he wants to be Loveland, and all of a sudden they wanted to use him and da 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 da. So I mean, I'll be in for a surprise maybe, but I would guarantee you Loveland's not going to be anywhere top. He can be top 40 something overall fantasy football player. No.
Where would you in tight end? Where would you land him right now?
24-30. I'm going to write this time down.
Probably 6th round right now. Lovely.
Okay.
Probably 6th round. But again, it's one of those tight ends. One of those positions where you either get the top or you get someone who's on the bottom, because on the when you're going through it from a position of drafting, I just want the best guy possible. So I don't even try to take a guy most likely that's like fifth or sixth round in that position, because tight ends, if you're not top two every week, it fluctuates from the rest of the rankings. So whoever is 3, 4, 5, that could also be 10, 11, 12 the next week. And that's just based off touchdowns.
I'm winning championships with Colston Loveland.
That's fine.
All right.
And just
Take
let
him. Take him.
For the
draft him third round.
I have a lot of respect for Nick when it comes to tight ends, because that's one of his sweet spots. You do articles, for tight ends, so I lean on you for that stuff.
Hey Snoop, you better recognize.
Giving you a hard time tonight.
Yeah, boy.
Oh shoot, our buddy, our homie Sean's giving us a comment. That's pretty cool. You see that, Snoop?
Yeah, what up, Sean?
What up, Sean? Thank you for the love, man. He's got a question. Kelsey top 5 or further down? We just went over that. Sean's a good friend of ours. And then this one's directed for Snoop. Snoop, where should Loveland land fantasy wise? So
the motherfucking end zone. That's where he should land, in the end zone.
All right, so we just went over that. So thanks to Nick.
I don't know. I don't know shit about drafting fantasy. I do it a little bit different than everybody else.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah.
You're a Chicago homer. We know. We understand.
So Nick can no longer be with us tonight.
Gotta love it.
Now you're like me on my show. Now you're like me on my show. You got the exit stage left.
Yeah, no, I could legit kick you from the stream, but I won't do that.
That's okay. You're not going to always tweet, right?
Yeah.
I can too.
Shoot. No, but I still like Tyler Warren over Loveland, even though we haven't seen it. But
what about Komet? I mean, we talked about
Loveland. Who cares about him?
Come on.
Who cares about Cole Komet? Ugh, gross. No one cares about Cole Komet. I sure don't.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. All right. Perfect. Round of applause, people. Round of applause.
He's back. Daniel.
He's back. Sorry, he's back. I mean, hey, Snoop, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
But
Let's roll it around.
If anyone wants a gem, if anyone wants me to drop some knowledge on them about tight ends right now, you hold on. You gotta put your hand up. You gotta act like you're scribbling. Haywood, come on, take some notes. Rondé Gadsden is someone that
that's your boy for a while.
He's definitely I've mentioned him late March when I was on a show. My guy Aaron St. Dennis.
This year he's going to take off.
He was someone that I was definitely enamored with. But I would say someone that we saw what Gadsden did in a Charger offense, like that was, definitely missing some pop. And at times he was starting to look like that guy. So he's someone that if he's already I'm seeing at some rankings that he's already going he's like the 10 tight end off the board right now or something like that. I'm like, that's a mistake. He's someone that's definitely of value, and definitely if this Charger offense gets back to where they were last year, I think Gadsden's gonna be someone that you're gonna be disappointed you didn't draft. But that's
young tight ends historically their second year is usually more of a takeoff for them. So I think this is the year for them. So good call. I know you liked him in college coming out.
Yeah, Syracuse.
One of your guys.
Yep.
So
obviously his father played in the NFL too, so that also carries weight. So
right.
All that checks the boxes for me, so it makes sense.
All right,
but that's my guy. I'm gonna keep watch on for stock watch and everything. What I mean by stock watch, meaning that other people are seeing what where he's going, might be going best ball season, I don't think he's gonna be crazily higher drafted in best ball. I have to definitely dig into it after the draft because that's why I like to do my best ball stuff, but I'm not tapping into it now. Shoot.
So next big news, JSN. his contract, huge money. He is now the highest paid receiver in NFL history, 4 years, $168 million extension.
Yep.
Woo, that's a lot of loot. Show him the money, straight up.
Literally.
It's hard to pay a receiver $41 million annually. That's my first thought. That's just my first thoughts. Like, my opinion, Seattle's window is closed. In my opinion, now I think it's closed. I don't think they're gonna get back to where they were. They had a lot of losses.
Are you saying that as Haywood, or are you saying that as an Arizona fan?
Nah, it's Haywood. Haywood.
You don't think they can repeat?
Just football. I'm not going to rely on the magic of Darnold. Kay Walker's gone. Charbonnet's injured. They lost their awesome offensive line coach who had a lot to do with what's going on in the run game. Yep. They didn't really bring in much pieces. They signed that one receiver, a lot of money. I forget his freaking name, but he's more of a kick return specialist. I just don't see them getting back to the promised land. Yeah, was it she $51 million?
They traded for him.
Okay, and they gave him money too, right?
I don't remember that.
I think so.
Probably did.
Think so, but
did.
But $41 million, that's quarterback money. JSN, is he the?
Great.
I know he's one of your players. You love him.
No,
is he?
John was on this year. John was on him a little bit more than I was because of the draft position. I was on JSN the year prior. So, but that being said, to answer your question, yeah, I think JSN $40 million is definitely steep. Per year for a receiver. I'll just say that. In a position that we kind of somewhat view as a running back position sometimes offensively, it's like, sometimes you're better as a committee than you are as a stud receiver. But hey, JSN got them to the dance, and ultimately they got a championship. So that's more another, again, hey, we'll give you what you want because you earned it. So I think that's what it was overall. The funnier thing is that we're not talking about is that Zay Flowers feels like he should get that type of contract too.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Hell no.
Hell no. Hell no. Peace.
No. Kick rocks, buddy.
Put down the pen. Put down the pen, man.
Sure. Put down whatever drugs you're on.
He's
Zay
good.
Flowers is talented, but
either that or pass me the pen, shit.
Wait a minute now.
Hey.
Does Snoop does recreation drugs?
All the time. I live my life by that.
Not good for the algorithm. Not good for the algorithm.
So they say.
Should be setting examples, Snoop. Jeez, man.
Is he
degenerate all the time?
Where's JSN sitting in your eyes right now with receivers in the game? Is he number one?
The highest.
He definitely the highest. Sticky icky.
Oh, that's funny.
Is he in NFL terms and fantasy terms? Is he still your de facto top 1, 2, 3 receiver?
No, I mean, I love JSN. Don't get me wrong. My de facto one, no. That honor still goes to Jamar Chase. That is where I stand on that. I still have a couple of guys over JSN. As much as JSN was really talented, he really put it all together this year, both inside and the outside. Well, Puka Nacua I still have over him.
Thank you.
I still think Puka Nacua is over him. I know the injury concerns and stuff like that, whatever, but it's still.
Doesn't he have legal concerns too?
Yeah, but at the same time, that's a bunch of hoopla, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to stick. But remains to be seen. We'll find out.
When healthy.
It's really close. It's really close. I'll be honest with you. It's really close between him and Amon-Ra and CeeDee Lamb. All those guys I feel like are, it's really tough. Like, I love CeeDee Lamb. He plays for Dallas. Not that there's no knock to Dallas. I'm just saying,
what do you call him? What do you tell him? Thank you. That's very welcome. That's very welcome on this show.
Sorry. Let me edit that we gotta make sure we go back and edit that. The Cowgirls with CeeDee Lamb.
We don't edit on this podcast, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, neither do we. But CD Lamb for me definitely is like just a notch a little bit, better than I feel like both of those guys in a vacuum. But honestly, there were from fantasy purposes, it's like if I could get CD Lamb a little bit more discounted right now, which I feel like I can, because what usually happens is an overreaction / overcorrection that happens. It's like now it's like JSN's going to probably go over, like you said, it'd probably be the first receiver percentage off the board in some rooms or whatever, just because of what he did. But then it's like, okay, well, with Seattle, it's like their defense let up a little bit, then maybe he can repeat those numbers that he did last year. But honestly, like, it's still, as a receiver, you want a guy that's still all the alpha in an offense that's going to be explosive. And that's why I still have Chase over him. I still have some of these guys over JSN. So JSN to me is top 5, but he's probably the 5th or 4th, depending on who we're talking about.
I agree. I think Puka, when healthy, is the best receiver in the game as of this year. That took over Chase, in my opinion, just what I saw. He's always been injury prone, but Jason's a stud. Amon St. Brown, the Saint God, he is so just low.
The Sun God.
Excuse me, the Sun God. God, I'm missing everything up.
Call
Damn.
him Saint God?
The Sun God. Sorry, I got the sun in my eye. Sorry, no excuse. But yeah, definitely. That's a lot of loot. Just $41 million is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's going to be their running back there? They're going to draft one, right? They still got some work.
What was Charbonnet's injury again? He tore his ACL, didn't he?
Yeah, he's going to be out like the first 8 games.
That's definitely rough. For some reason, I thought he did a PCL or something, but maybe I was looking at somebody else. But let Kenneth Walker go to the Chiefs, so which makes sense in a way, but we'll have to find out. But I think with Seattle, I think they're still relative enough to make the postseason, but would it shock me for them to not even make the postseason and have a huge collapse without all the things that they once had? It's possible in the realm of probability. Probably not going to happen.
All right.
I still see them being a playoff team.
I feel a little better than I do. That's for sure.
We'll see what happens after the draft. Reevaluate that.
Still a lot of work for teams to do. Yeah. On to the next news. Snoop, I'm going to pull this one up from Adam Schefter. I think this was just today we did this. Ongoing labor negotiations between the NFL and the NFL Referees Association broke off earlier than scheduled this week as the sides were unable to make progress toward a new collective bargaining agreement. So, as we talked about last week, more news about it. So, even worse news. So, and I heard that the NFL is actually looking into a plan right now to actually start going through like college coach referees and even some high school as a backup plan. So they're starting to get this in motion. So something to look out for that like we talked about last week. And I got that damn background noise again.
Yeah, I was just noticing that too.
It's so loud.
Do you have a fan on? Do you have a fan on, Nick?
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah. It's gone now.
All right, cool. Just a little bit of info there with the NFL refs and the association with the league. Any other NFL news that you guys want to go over?
There's that noise again, though. Is your cord loose or something, Haywood?
Oh, mine's good.
Is that on Nick's end? No,
might be Nick's. It's the same sound that we heard a couple weeks ago.
Go ahead, Nick. Talk real quick.
Yeah. Here.
All right. Let's see. I think we're good now. I don't hear it. Do you?
No, we're good. We're good. Any other news that you guys want to discuss for NFL as we go on the NBA?
Yeah, there's no N in Schefter. Like his name is not Schefner, as you said. You said Schefner. There's no N in there. So, but that's about all the NFL news I got, guy.
Sick.
Love you guys too. So on to NBA. All right, Snoop. After I talked shit about Luca last week, he's been
Yeah,
on
sure.
one.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a
He's
lot.
been
I blame
he
you. Blame you.
yeah. So maybe I'll praise him tonight because I know Nick is facing him in fantasy. So maybe I'll talk and give him
Just take a
praise.
game off. Just take one game off. You don't got to play Friday. Just take it
All right,
off.
taking off.
What are they
So
playing? The Pelicans?
yeah. So
Probably someone weak.
look at the
Don't
stat
got
line
nothing,
since
so.
our last show. This guy has gone off. 43, 6 and 7. 32, 7 and 6, so on and so forth. Even the 60-point game. Just he's been freaking on one. And what did you say last week, Snoop? That I was talking shit about him, and look what I started. It's all my fault.
Yeah, you talk shit and he fucking went off. I mean, also, he's going through a divorce, so since his
Yeah, he's playing the Nets tomorrow. He don't got to play. He's playing
he's
the
like
Nets tomorrow. He don't got to play.
Oh, that's
since
right.
his
He is.
since his fiance ended things, he's 8-0. So I mean, and then that was fucking 6 days ago. He's probably more than that now. Shit, he's tearing it up.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but he's
Just
been
take a
he's
break. You don't got to play tomorrow. You don't gotta play.
he's been lighting up. Just a couple things I want to pull up. Luka Doncic has more 40-point games than Bird, Shaq, and Melo, even though he's been in the league for 8 years only. That's pretty impressive.
That
Especially,
is.
especially him, Shaq. That's ooh,
That's wild. Yeah.
that's freaking wild, But he's gone off. You got some Luka stuff, Snoop?
I mean, that's pretty much it. It was just that he's been going off since then. I got some more like this shit is scripted stuff. If you want to see some of that, as you know, LeBron James just tied Robert Parrish for 1,611 regular season games. Here, let me share the screen. Here.
Oh yeah, I heard this stuff. Stuff was nuts.
Yeah.
Like the games played and with Robert
And
Parrish.
yeah, like in King James and all of this stuff. There we go. NBA games are massive rituals. Yesterday, LeBron King James tied Robert Parrish's record, 1,611 regular season games. 1611, the exact year the King James Bible was published. Parish means parish, the church itself. The old church is beaten, and now comes eternal life inside the algorithm. The only way to fall into the program is to see it clearly before it sees you. Watch my series. So this is whatever that guy's saying. But check this out. This is pretty interesting, this video here.
This is wild. I saw this.
If you're looking for your inner beast, it's most likely living inside of a dark muse and deep in power.
He is a key element to this entire operation.
Matrix, hell.
I will finally step out of the shadows, and the entire world is gonna know the name of King Algae Rip.
We're in the computer?
Yeah.
So that shit's pretty wild,
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. Is that the first time you saw this, Nick?
I think so. Yeah. I've seen glimpses of some of that stuff, but
Whoa.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Ooh.
Makes sense to it.
Makes you think. It makes you think.
I mean, let's be honest. It's been out here for a while.
All right.
This type of stuff's been out here for a while. Anyone that's been paying attention, yeah, it's been out here for a while. Let's be honest.
The other Luka news I had was that the Mavericks have been eliminated from the playoffs back-to-back seasons since they
Is that
traded.
Gematria related too?
Well, they traded Luka.
I know. Is that Gematria related too? That's why I asked that. Like, is that related? Is that related too?
But
I mean, ironically enough, the guy that traded away him is definitely been out of a job. So
yeah, he's caught up in the
Nico
Lakers
Harrison?
with the other guy, so I'm sure it's Gematria related somehow.
yeah,
So-
I know.
So they
Don't
traded.
make this trade happen, or else.
So big picture, they turned Luca into what from the Wizards? Who do they get?
God. Oh man, there was like a laundry list full of like names or whatever.
Yeah,
They-
do you like that GM failed.
Yeah, they had Jalen Brunson too.
Bunch of nobodies and second round picks, basically.
Yeah.
Well, Middleton. Oh, we're older guys, so Middleton and stuff like that. All that roster right now, currently, like.
Yeah. Did they get a handful of first? Like
Maybe got 2 or something like that, or whatever. I don't even remember, honestly, because they got a bunch of second rounders when they trade away Anthony Davis. So I was like, yo, that's crazy. Those are wild. I'm like, yo.
Oh. So Snoop, you want to go on to what?
I got one more little video. Like, this dude needs to enter the dunk contest next year in the NBA.
I don't know if
Check
this
this
is real. I don't know if this is real. I saw this today.
Check this out.
This is AI generated?
Probably is. Yeah.
That's definitely AI generated.
AI.
Ain't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Nuts.
That's crazy. AI generated.
Yeah, for sure.
What?
For sure.
Oh
That's
my
funny,
God.
though.
That's crazy. Oh, Lord.
Snoop, you talked about expansion in the NBA last week. It got passed. The league passed it. Officially. So Seattle and Las Vegas are going to be homes of the NBA starting next year. And I got a little video I'd like to play. My good Snoop.
Yeah, here, share your screen instead. Boom. Boom. There you go.
You have to call the switchboard.
It's not. You're
not
too
gonna
late.
get it.
Okay. Dang it, Tim was so close.
Number 2, the Seattle SuperSonics are coming back. This is definitely going forward. They would not have put the vote today unless they knew they were getting all 30 votes. It's been under process for about 5-6 years.
Yeah.
There's actually multiple competing bids in Las Vegas to build an arena already that have been in the process for years. There's the arena that they renovated in Seattle, which they finished that renovation 4 or 5 years ago, was designed to house the Sonics when they came back. This has been in the process for 4 or 5 years, and I would say it's accelerated over the last 6 to 9 months. There are already multiple groups that are prepared to make bids for these expansion teams. Now, whether or not they'll all come to fruition, whether or not we'll truly have multiple bidders at the price the NBA wants,
Sure.
that's what we're going to do. But what Adam
$79
Silver
billion.
just announced with those words in this vote was, ladies and gentlemen, if you want this team, start your engines. If you have to call the switchboard,
Start your engines. So
Want
yeah.
some gematria on him? First?
You know what, dude? We should see if Jonah can take a call. See if Jonah's available. He can answer this shit. He's the gematria guy.
Yeah, he is. 7 to 10 billion, y'all.
That's a lot of money for a new expansion team that's never won a championship.
I'll be honest with you, like sports teams, that's what they kind of cost these days. You know?
It's a lot.
That's a lot of freaking money.
Well, it's just exclusivity, man. There's only so many you can say that you can own a freaking NBA franchise. So
Yeah.
that's why more groups are starting to come together. You know what I'm saying? To kind of get their own pieces of the pie, so that way you can bring it all together. But
Right. So I got a list of all what the teams are worth, like a top 10. Just give you an example. That's near the top. That's expansion.
Yeah,
That's pretty
and
crazy.
expansion. That's wild.
11 billion for the Warriors. More than the Lakers. Wow.
I mean, they've had more championships than over the last
Yeah,
25
recently,
years.
right?
Yeah, that's probably, and then it's California. I mean, what's not California?
That's wild. Hang on, I'll be right back, you guys.
Where do you think you're going?
I don't know. Huh? Probably
Shut.
look up some.
No, I'm kidding.
I love how you're giving them a hard time. I love
I
it.
give you both a hard time. I try to keep this equal sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
Glad
glad.
you sometimes.
I'm glad that Seattle's getting the Supersonics, and they're going to keep that name.
Yeah. I'm glad. I'm happy about that. That's a
cool.
good move. That's a good
That's
move. That's a good move.
Are they going to be added to the Western Conference? Have you heard anything about that?
I think that's the next step they were talking about. I think they're talking about. I think either Memphis or Minnesota moving to the East.
That makes
So that way they could have. It would make a lot more sense. I think Memphis should belong in the East. Honestly.
Yeah.
Just because that geographically makes more sense.
Yeah, they're closer to you than they are to me.
What, Memphis is? Yeah.
Yeah, this could be in the East.
I never understood why Memphis was in the Western Conference. Like New Orleans is a little bit more of like you can make a case for it, but even them, they should be in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
Like they were when the Hornets. So that was weird for me too when they had that realignment like 04 or something like that. I was like, what the heck?
Right.
New Orleans is a Western Conference team now? Why?
Snoop, you missed it. We were just saying how the name, the Supersonics, they're keeping that name. That's freaking cool.
Good. I hope they better.
Man, I gotta find a Gary Payton jersey now. Jesus, I gotta scour freaking Sabres now.
Yeah, it's gonna be gangster to go. It's 4 hours away. I want to go see a Suns game at T-Mobile. That's gonna be dope. T-Mobile.
I think they're talking about building their own place. I don't think they're going to play at T-Mobile. Yeah, I heard they won't even play there.
Interesting.
It's right. T-Mobile's that old. Huh.
I know. Yeah.
So, Snoop, what do you got for NBA?
I think that's it, man. I don't really have anything else. I mean, we talked about the expansion and just the watch your shit. I ain't got nothing.
Of course.
That fight was pretty wild.
Oh yeah, I don't have nothing about that. Did you see that fight the other night, Nick?
What
was it? Was it the Wizards?
Thunder Wizards. Yeah, this is pretty wild.
It's actually a fight, or are they just doing NBA slapping?
I'm just NBA slapping.
Gill gets inside, count it.
Old school power forward moves right there. Anthony Gill gets to a jump stop and a hook.
And Champagny and Jalen Williams are having words. Champagny pushed AJ Mitchell. We have a Donnie Bleak here on the baseline. Punches were thrown. You see Anthony Gill in there at Wizard Security.
Those fans.
And I'm telling you, Justin Champagny is not the one to play with. You see A.J. Mitchell still wants to fade.
Gill gets inside, count it.
So, I mean, there's I forget how many suspensions came out of that. I think it was like something like 8 suspensions came out of that right there.
I just want to see that. If we're going to do this fight stuff, you might as well just do it like the Auburn Hills, you know what I'm saying, for back in the day. If you're going to actually go do it, if you're going to get suspended, you're going to get fined and stuff like that, you might as well just, you might as well just throw it. Might as well throw a punch, whatever. I mean, Wizards have nothing to play for now. So it's like, they're asking probably for a vacation. They're probably asking to get some of this fine money up so that way they don't have to play no more for the rest of the season. Thunder, on the other hand, it's like, we're already in the playoffs and stuff. Don't be jeopardizing stuff like that too. Don't be getting goaded into this either. But
yeah,
should bring up like a Lambert Charles Oakley highlight. That's a fight.
I'm saying this stuff is it's all ticky tack NBA.
It is.
Oh, what you gonna do, son? Shut up.
So I want to move on. I want to move on to Joker. He's been balling. He beat our Suns the other night. He had a freaking huge game. His stats have been gnarly. This is his stats against the Suns. His last 5 games against us. He owned us pretty much just like the rest of the league. But he's on one. He had an incredible 23, 17, and 17 night and a game-winning shot with 8 seconds left to beat us. He's been on one. Dude, I'll still say he's the best player in the world, in my opinion.
Sure is.
He
Best
has
NBA
been.
player in the world.
He's still the best player in the world. He is freaking incredible.
Incredible. Yeah.
He's moving up the ranks of centers on my list. Like he's very high now. Like we're talking. There's only like 2 above him, I think, on my list. Maybe 3. That's it. Like he's getting up there. He's been balling, dude. Do you have him anywhere, Nick, in fantasy? Yes, you do. Yes, he's a stud.
I got the satisfaction of still having Jokic on the team going into these semis, while also kicking out the other team I had in the corners that had Jokic. Like I had to face Jokic in one league, and I kicked him out. So I'm like, this is great. Now I can really root for Jokic everywhere now.
Yeah, he's the number 1 pick in all of fantasy. He is by far. He's been last 4 years unanimous.
Yeah, I have my dynasty league, so I've been enjoying some things.
Nice. This guy's incredible. This guy's so what was it? That same game, he had a triple-double by halftime, except 1 assist less. So he had a triple-double literally in 25 minutes, I want to say.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. This guy is something else, dude.
Just keep her rolling so I can get this championship. Just keep it rolling.
Right. So I got the coach of the Nuggets talking about his player, and just get a little take, 28 seconds. Just want to play it. Good, Snoop.
Yep, go ahead.
He's the ultimate player that makes everyone feel like they're part of the game if you're on his team. And that leads to 17 assists, quality passes, huge shots at the end, and really fun to watch him and Jamal play together. But yeah, Nikola's in my opinion, he's the best player in the world. He's good for basketball. He's good for sports. I've said that before. Any sport that you enjoy or you like to play, that's a role model right there. That's how you should play team sports. That's what he's done forever.
Yep, modern age Tim Duncan right now.
Yeah,
potentially better.
Yeah, he's just. I can't say enough about him. The guy is just incredible. I got another stat I want to show Snoop on him. He has the most 15 games in NBA history. That's gnarly. Just he keeps padding all those records. Are we talking if he's still playing elite for 5-8 more years, how high is he in the all-time ranks?
Depends how many championships he gets.
We have the chance to finish. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think when it's all said and done, I think he has an opportunity to really be, we're not going to talk about championships really, because it's like Bill Russell has the most championships. Like, but I think at the end of his career, I think we can definitely talk about him being the best center we've seen. Playing probably basketball no matter what era right now. Because the way that you design teams, you should want to have a guy like Jokic. Where he is, like coach just talked about, like literally he makes the crispiest passes at the most opportune time, and it's very fundamental. And for some people, that's boring. But, however, boring is good, because that shows that you have the wherewithal to handle all things that are handled with. And the fact that this Nuggets team, they probably should have another championship, in my opinion. They should have at least 2, in my opinion. But the fact that overall it's basically him and Murray on this team right now, and a bunch of depth pieces at times, it just makes it so it's sometimes even more impressive. So it's not like it's like a superstar-laden team or whatever. Jokic doing all this. He's doing this with other guys outside of Murray. Like the Cameron Johnson, who that's like that trade was a flop. That's a big L for them. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Porter Jr., the way he's lighting it up now, like.
Didn't Murray just drop 53 in one of the big games Joker had? And I didn't even hear about it until I look up the stats the next day. It's not the initial headline.
Yeah, no one talked about it. And no one talked about that. Like, he had 33 points at that half in that game. It's just like, what?
That's sad.
That's Jamal Murray, though, too. Like, that's Jamal Murray sometimes, too, though. And other times he'll be, 2 of 12 shooting, only have 15 points because he had 6 of them from the line.
Right.
That's Jamal Murray. That's Jamal Murray experience.
Dude, when he's on, that team's hard to beat.
Exactly. They're pretty much an unstoppable team when Murray's on. When he's not on, they become a lot more of like a shell of themselves. That's where if they place against the Thunder, like that's not a good matchup for them over time.
Uh huh.
Minnesota is also in that category too. So
Right.
see how that goes.
Just one more stat from Joker I want to show, and then we can move on to the next topic. Most assists in a game by a center. I got the list up, and it's him all over the place. Crazy. Like, point guards don't even do this. You know?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
For real.
Nope, they don't.
It's Wilt and him for, what, the top, 15, 12?
Yeah.
So he's just incredible. If anybody at home's watching, you haven't seen him live, go watch him live. He's just different. He's not the most athletic, but the way he plays is beautiful. It is, dude. It's like he's got everything. He can even coach. Remember the plays he called in the timeouts, pushing his coach to the side?
Yeah.
Remember?
That wasn't that. Wow. Yeah, that's true.
His brothers need to get signed by WWE. That's what needs to happen. Nick's frowning.
I don't know about that, but I don't know about that one. But
I want to move on to Suns talk, Snoop, unless you want to talk about anything else.
Floor is yours, my friend.
All right, so I know you got this is a Joker talking about our boy Colin as we transition to a little bit of Suns talk. I know we love him, and he's been playing really well. He's growing. Yes, we probably still could use a veteran, floor general, but check this out.
You gotta switch the screen.
Oh, my bad. Damn. Good job, Mike. All right.
Nicola, what has impressed you about the way Colin has played for these guys this year?
I mean, to be honest, he played it really good for us too. So I think whenever he played, he didn't play much, but whenever he played, he played good for us. So his shot
I know.
and how he's a kind of tough player. He's a winner, I think, and it's good to see him impacting the game.
I know they're pretty close. I know they hang out in the off season as well, but he's got praise for our point guard. Tough week for our Suns. I don't know if you watched any of the game, Snoop, but that Denver game we should have had. We had that game, but we're still. I got the standings. I want to pull up. I'll share this right here. That's one thing we did not go over. So we're sitting still in the seventh spot, 40-33, 4-6 in our last 10. They haven't really done anything in the last couple weeks on our last shows. A little bit more of a gap between moving up. The Clippers are climbing a little bit, but Houston, look at their last 10, 4-6. The Lakers have been hot. They're climbed up to the 3 seeds. Now they're 9-1 in their last 10 games. OKC still sitting at the top. And then as we go to the East, Nick, team you talked about, Atlanta is climbing. They're up to the 5th seed now, 9-1 in their last 10. They've been playing very well. New York's been balling. Detroit, even with the loss of K, they're still finding a way of winning games. They haven't really gotten a huge losing streak. And Boston's still sitting at this 2 seed. I think Toronto's the one that slipped. I think Atlanta's the one that passed them. Let's go to the playoff picture. Nick, what do you see here compared to last week? Any much of a change or things you can be seeing, or are you still sticking to your guns of what you said last week?
I think I'm still going to hold on what I said. I think, I just think when it comes down to it, it's pretty much what we talked about before. It's I think Miami still is a team that's like somewhat that is underrated. Paul George, we didn't talk about that. Paul George coming back from Philly is somewhat huge because him and now Embiid can play. So it remains to be seen what Maxey looks like for the postseason. Because what was Maxey dealing with now injury wise? Could have sworn he was dealing with
I forget what it is. I think he's out another week.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, he should be back for the postseason. So I mean, I'm not going to expect Philly to put it all together per se, to make a huge deep run, but it's just noteworthy for Paul George coming back, and he looked really good. He looked really good coming back. He's on one of my teams as well, so I've been waiting for him. But it remains to be seen how Philly, they're still a half game back from the Raptors for the 6th seed right now, and we'll just see how it goes. I mean, I know quickly being lost for Toronto is pretty big, so there could be some reshuffling going on. It's not over at all. We got about 10 games left for most teams, so like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see how things really shake out between. Because Philly still has a chance to finish as a 6 or 7, not even have to play the play-in. So they're a game back from the Hawks for the 5th seed. I think they might. It's going to be too many games left to not make a run for the 4 seed with the Cavaliers beating them 5 games back. But Philly will be interesting to watch on the stretch, just like Miami and Charlotte and the rest of these teams that are kind of vying for position. I think everything's pretty much set, all but set. Around the playoff pictures about who's in and whatnot. So it just now will come down to who's gets the coveted top 6 spots and then who has to play in that play-in. So Suns, they're 3.5 back, 3.5 back of the Rockets. Not gonna say it's a tall order with so many games left, but it's possible. Just like we talked about with the Celtics, I think they might be just locked into that 2 seed now. I think the Pistons might be able to skate them off for the number 1 seed, which would be I guess, interesting for those second round matchups. Because whoever gets Detroit, if Detroit doesn't get upset in the first round, whoever gets Detroit and whoever gets the 4 or 5 seed, I think the Cavaliers might be able to get them and might be able to get themselves a nice trip to those Eastern Conference Finals. So we'll just have to see how everything shakes out. But yeah, the Western Conference, the Lakers are a game and a half up for the Nuggets, 2 games up for the Timberwolves for the 3 seed, and then the Rockets are 3.5 back from that 3rd seed. So still a lot of positioning stuff to go around. It looks like your Suns are going to be playing in that play-in pretty much. It's almost a lock.
Yeah, the plan's pretty much a lock. Just second glancing at this bracket, I would not want to play the Hornets early. That's one thing I would look at.
They're a hot team right now, yeah. They're a hot team right now.
They're hot and they're playing great. They got mojo, dude. They're playing as a team. It's
we talked about the Hornets before. I don't think they're I don't think they're a team that's gonna wow any of these teams off their pedestals for the play-in. It'd be interesting to see who they play though for the play-in.
Right.
And see how that goes. I think the matchup they're probably gonna want is probably they're gonna probably want to play Philly over Miami, or if the Magic finds a way to whatever. But I don't think you want to play the Magic. You probably played them several times already. You know what I'm saying? The matchups are there. I like Ranchero, Bane, these guys are definitely gritty. So it's gonna be a tough matchup there. I think the matchup you're probably gonna want is Philly, even though you gotta play Joel Embiid and stuff like that, whatever. But it's definitely, I think a 7-game series, I think over time you can definitely they're a young enough squad and kind of balanced enough to potentially get an upset done, but it's more of a long shot for sure.
Right. There's another thing, that 7-8 down here, healthy, that could be a great play-in game. Yeah. The Heat and Sixers. I think since last week, Snoop, I think you went from 7 to 8. So, but you're sitting at 39 and 34 right now, Snoop. So it's not how you start, it's how you finish, as you like to say. So as far as the Suns, I don't know if we can move up, but I know we're definitely in the play-in. So I'm grateful for that. I think we can win a game or 2 in the play-in. So I'll take that all day long. So I want to roll in. Nick, did you see that missed Devin Booker shot to try to win the game the other night against the Nuggets?
Against the Nuggets, yeah.
Yeah, so I got a clip.
I told you, man. I don't know about Devin Booker, man.
I got a
Booker, man.
I got a little clip of him after the game from Suns insider Dwayne Rankin. He's a great follow.
Go ahead.
court. Did that throw off what you got? Okay.
No, you got exactly the look I wanted. Just got to knock it down.
I know a loss is a loss, but can you take anything from the fact that you came back with 3 minutes left against one of the better teams in the NBA right now, and it seems like the team's right there with some of these elite teams.
Yeah, we're just trying to get over the hump. The majority of our losses in the stretch have been like that. Close game in the fourth quarter, so we just got to keep growing, keep building, and I think we're competing hard. We just haven't got over that hump.
How are you weighing having being down guys and yet being in the game when these are winnable games?
I mean, it's no moral victory, but we know those guys are on the way. We see them in the facility every day getting ready, so it'll be a good addition, to what we got going in an important stretch of the season.
I know these guys are a tough test for you guys as defense, but it felt like there were a handful of breakdowns leading to open shots tonight. What are those coming down to? Whether it's a communication, the player themselves being in the wrong spot, just what do you attribute that to?
I mean, probably Jokic. He causes a lot of attention. And, he can score the ball, but how he keeps everybody involved at the same time is super impressive. And those guys know that the pass might come, so their cuts are a little bit harder than normal. Their screen settings well. And they've been together for a long time, so they're battle testing.
Coach has said like the last 2 weeks or so, it feels like defensively seeing you guys make some progress. Do you agree compared to where it was in February?
Yeah, we're getting there. We're learning. When we're the more physical team, it always puts us in a good situation.
Helps to have the template, right? Like you guys know the level you defended to this year.
Yeah, and it's worked. And when teams are coming in, you get them complaining to the rest. We're in a good spot, so we need to just keep the physicality and keep it for all 48 minutes.
Darren, I apologize for this. I wasn't here in the very beginning, but you think about that last shot. How much did the back of the ball and back first of all affect what you were going to do?
Not at all. Just a missed shot.
Just a missed shot. You're happy with the shot?
Happy with the shot. Great shot. Probably won't get one that good at the end of the game.
Thank you, sir.
Good boy, Devin Booker. I don't know, man. Like Clef Gene.
So, question. I've been waiting 3 weeks to ask you this question.
Okay.
Give me the shooting guards that you'd rather have in front of him in the whole NBA. Who's your list?
In front of him.
Because you say he's not a star, so I'm assuming you have others ahead of him.
Correction. He's not a superstar. He is a star. He is a star.
So, name shooting guards on your list. Who's your top 5 shooting guards on your list?
You put me on the spot. So I would say who I have over him, especially taking the game-winning shot. You mean, or just in general?
Just in general. Just
I have Brunson over him easily.
Jalen Brunson? He's a 2?
Yes.
He still plays?
He's a guard. Everybody, we're playing positionless basketball now. Let's be honest. So that's why I don't even like. If you're a guard, you're pretty much a guard. If you're a forward, you're forward, right? You're a center. We're all playing. Everybody can shoot a 3-point shot now, right? So I'll just say that. In terms of guard play, who I have over Booker, you put me on the spot. I gotta start naming them all now, and doing the whole analysis now.
My bad.
I'll get back to you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. How about this?
The only reason why I criticize Booker the way I do is because everybody talks about he is the superstar, he is that next guy, and he's not. Anthony Edwards obviously is someone I would put over. Right? That's hands down easily. Ooh. There's that. I think Jamal Murray is someone I put him over him. Jamal Murray has ice in his veins. You know what I'm saying? I like that. It's just mentality. Even when Devin Booker had Kevin Durant, man, it was those were the times where you should have been more, up there. And the year they even went to the finals against the Bucks, Booker was starting to look like that guy. He was. But then he hasn't since. So that's for me, that's where it's you're not as consistent, in my opinion.
Devin Booker or Jaylen Brown?
Jaylen Brown.
Devin Booker or Donovan Mitchell?
Donovan Mitchell.
Oh my God! I'm ending this podcast.
Please do, man. All right.
This is disrespectful.
Such a pleasure. It's such a pleasure.
All right. So I've been thinking about this for the last few weeks because I wanted to talk to you about it. So I got 2 guys now in front of Booker, and this is a little bit of Haywood, a little bit of my homerness, but I would put Jalen and Anthony Edwards in front of him. I would take Booker over Mitchell. I would.
That's fine. I mean, that's fine. I'm not gonna. I don't criticize you for that one. It's fine. If you gave me somebody else, I was like, whoa, wait. I had to put by
You know,
Briggs.
I'm more old school, traditional shoes.
That's where I see both of them at the same time, though. You know what I'm saying? And Mitchell hasn't gotten to a finals or anything, so it's fine. It's just more about like Donovan Mitchell has come up short, especially when he was in Utah, stuff like that. I criticized him back then for that too. So there's that. But now he's, I think he's got a better team around him now in Cleveland. So we'll see how he fares in shape. But both of those guys are in the same category, in my opinion.
Like it. So
I mean, I don't criticize Booker just to criticize him. I still think he is a top guy in the league. It's just more about like the way sometimes the media and other people talk about him. I'm like, yeah, he's a star, but he's not like echelon top tier. Like, he's going to be this, he's going to be that. Like, he just isn't. He showed me that a couple of years ago that he has the potential, but man, like, you got to show me consistency.
The views of Nick Wilcox do not represent the views of the Pick Us In podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
Snoop, get in on this.
Love it.
I mean, I get why he says what he does, and I agree for the most part. But I mean, I think it's between him and Anthony Edwards for the top spot.
AE is something else.
Don't be disrespecting Jalen.
And only one of those
He's
players
the finals
has been
MVP. He's the finals MVP. Don't be disrespecting like that.
Well,
what? Because Booker got to the finals. What did he do? Didn't get it done.
Yeah, because the script didn't want him to win that year.
Don't give me that Gematria script crap. Like, he's still getting done. He didn't join the boys club, I guess. I don't know.
There's three real reasons to me why we didn't win that finals. So, we were up 2-0, and then
oh boy.
So I'm not. We lost. Giannis that next week and a half was arguably the third best week and a half of basketball I've ever seen in my life by a player. So he went off. He went nuclear.
Middleton,
Booker.
Chris Middleton in that team,
Yeah. Booker did go downhill. Game 5 and 6. His shot selection, that's 2. And nobody ever talks about this. This is true facts. The play-by-play guy is my customer. The team had COVID late in that series, and the NBA told him to play. So anyway, that's another story for another thing. But we lost that fair and square. We should have won that series. We were up 2-0. But that Giannis going off.
You were.
Yeah, that Giannis going off was, I would say, the LeBron down 1-3 that week of basketball of him, and then Kobe for that month of February that he had when he averaged almost 50. Those periods, and Michael so top 4 I've ever seen, like periods of week and a half of basketball I've seen in my life. So we should have won that series.
I want to go with my coworker for that series. That's why I always remember it. And guess who I took? Giannis.
One more piece of Suns news.
Drew Holiday was on that team too. Disrespect him. Anyway.
All right. One more piece of Suns news. Our coach Jordan talking about the big man Mark Williams. Where's he at in his rehab? So, am I good, Snoop?
Yep. Go ahead.
Coach saw Mark this morning doing some one-on-one, like individual work. Has he gotten to any point where it's a 5-on-5 with him?
No, not yet.
Okay. And just, do you need to see that before he gets on the floor to play or no?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Coach saw Mark this morning.
I kind of agree with you, Nick. We need this guy if we're going to do anything.
Yeah.
We're going to need him. We're going to need him. He's a big guy. We don't have a big guy.
Booker needs to show me those 35, 40-point games again.
Consistently, like every night. I know what you mean, like 35, 5 and 5 every night. That's where he can be at. But Williams needs to come back. He's going to be an important piece if we do anything. If we don't have him, we're not going to do much in the playoffs. So,
so ain't going to cut it.
He's been playing good, by the way. Thank you, Nick, for dropping knowledge on fantasy. He definitely has been balling. He's been playing really good. Good to see. Good to see. So, last piece of Suns info. Snoop, you got anything else on the historic. Remember, it's the week of Devin Booker's 70th point. It's the anniversary. We talked about that last week.
There it is. No, I'm good. I'm just excited for this piece of baseball news.
All right. So, okay. All right. So before we go into that, Nick, championship is on the horizon for all you fantasy basketball players. The floor is going to be yours. I got your article pulled up that you do every week at Fantrax. Tell the folks at home what they need to hear and try to bring that championship home.
No, I mean, look, this has been saying it all season, but it's even more potent now. The waiver wire is your best friend now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just where you just got to be following along and making sure that you're blocking your opponents. And, because the waiver wire is going to be so filled up. So you just got to pick out certain players that you could keep for the rest of the week. And there's certain guys you have to target. So there are some guys already that you should have been targeting for earlier parts of the schedules because there's going to be some teams that are Friday's going to be their last. So tomorrow's going to be the last game of the week. And then there's some guys in Minnesota, like for instance, I've had Bones Highland on a few of my teams, and obviously he only played one game so far. So it's like I've had to maneuver around that because I didn't want to drop him in general. So, but as you take a look at my article, I first talked about the Grizzlies players. If Taylor Hendricks was out there, he was someone that he was a must grab. But Prosper was someone he was someone that was still steady, has been steady. Misi for the Pelicans. He's someone that, if you needed some boards and blocks, if you were in a category league, field goal percentage, makes some sense. In the points league, he's been okay, but he's someone that, it's a 4-game week and it rolls on. He's someone that he's definitely end of year bench type of guy. Depending on how many or what kind of bigs were on the block. For Bones Highland, I mean, he only has one more game on Saturday, so he was definitely more of a long shot. It was just someone that if you have to drop, you just have to drop him. I'm just someone that if I can hold on to him, I know for next week for the finals, we know Edwards is still going to be out for that long, so remain to be seen. Nemhard, he kind of let us down a little bit because the Mavericks just keep on being flip-floppy with their rosters and everything. It's just kind of annoying. But there's that. And then Isaiah Jackson for the Clippers, more of an energy type of guy. He's boring production, so to speak, but he's someone that if you needed someone, especially in deeper leagues, you could definitely pick up and find out what happens. Him and Brook Lopez still splitting the time with the Clippers. Lastly, though, my special, the Utah Jazz players. Kenny Chandler especially, because he's been balling. If you picked him up, you did yourself some justice. Because look, all these injuries and guys just not playing for the Jazz right now. Chandler was someone that I was like, wow, okay, well, 10-day contract type of guy, whatever. But the guy likes to just go out there and play, and he's not afraid. He's acting like he's one of those players that we love for fantasy, where it's you're just gonna go out there, you got the minutes, you got the green light, perfect, go. So back-to-back games are at least 8 assists or more. If you picked him up and you've been playing him, like I said, kudos. I had to pick him up so I could block somebody else from not having him because they had Keontae George and as well. So I had to pick him up. And then Isaiah Collier is still out another game. So you're just getting bonus run with Chandler right now for sure. Harkless falls in the same category because again they don't have as many guards with the Jazz. Right now playing. And it's they only played, 8 guys last game? Yeah. So it was interesting. Another guy I wanted to add was Oscar Tshiebwe, but I had no idea if he was going to play more. Obviously, Oscar Tshiebwe, former Kentucky big guy. He's someone that I've been trying to watch out for quite some time, but it just feels like they just don't give him the run. They give him the run 20. The game he had, he had 16 and 7 the other night. He had 28 minutes played in that game. And it's then you went drop him back down in the teens for minutes. It's dude, can we get a break can you just run him out there? You know how dominant he was in college? Hello. So sometimes some of these NBA teams, I don't get why they do this crap. They especially do this to the bigger guys. For a little while, it didn't happen. Once Edey got in his groove. He got in his groove. But even with Zach Edey for a little bit, they were kind of like, let's not play him as much. It's like, dude, get him in there. Go play him. Like, sheesh. They've done that over the last couple of years, especially some of the older big guys that come out for college. Like, they just, I don't know, for whatever reason, sometimes there's certain NBA staff that they just don't go out there and play him. I don't get it. But anyhow, Oscar Sheba, someone's added to the list, but he's more of a watch for the moment because I want to see him get more of the run. I might talk about him this upcoming week, but remains to be seen. But again, Chandler was easily the guy that, if you got him, he's been doing well for you this week. So another guy I want to add to the list, he was on the list before, I think the week prior, or the week before, Julian Reese for the Wizards. Because, they went from not playing him, and then you're not playing him, and all of a sudden he plays 26 and 17. 26 and 17. It's like, yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot, Washington. Fucking dipshit people. Like, what the hell? So, anything's possible in the NBA, right? But, yeah, Julian Reese, you just got to keep tabs. You should be playing the rest of the season now, so if this is your championship week, I apologize. But Julian Reese has always been someone on my list. It's like he hasn't played in the last 9 days, so yeah, that's fantasy basketball. Silly season for you in a nutshell.
Love it. Couple of things if I could ask. You got 3 leagues. How many leagues you got left right now, still going, and where are they at? Semifinals, finals? 2? All right.
Yeah, it's gonna be a battle in my dynasty league because the guy I'm facing he always drops a lot of players. He always adds a lot of players. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the waiver wire just gets all stuffed up. So I'm hoping to come out with a win. I couldn't get a guy in my lineup because I didn't know all the players were playing at 7:00 tonight. So that guy was Suggs for Washington. Orlando. And I didn't get him in my lineup, but thankfully he isn't doing too crazy. But it is what it is. I got 3 or 4 guys playing. He has at least 8 players playing. So it's I know I'm gonna be down in points heading into the weekend, but the schedule has been weird this week. It's just been standard. The Tuesday and Thursdays, there's only been 3 or 4 games, and the rest of the days are just more people. So heading into the weekend, I'm just gonna see what I could trim for fat, and then have my players play. And again, I have to face Luka Doncic tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So he's playing the Nets. They don't need him. They don't need him to win against the Nets. They don't. Or just play. If you're gonna play him for a half. Or not even play him a quarter.
Luka, listen to Nick. Stay home.
Nice cardio. Let me get this matchup in there. But anyhow, but yeah, look, this is the type of season. This is just the season where if you're studs or you act like you're studs, you're gonna go far in the playoffs. And if not, better luck next season. That's what it is.
So
I've won championships. I've lost championships through the silly season of fantasy basketball. So it's just part of the course.
folks, everybody at home, listen to this guy. So little props to Nick Wilcox right here. So this guy named Garcia on the Jazz the other night played 48 minutes, every single minute, and I barely heard of this guy. Who played him in fantasy? This guy. So listen to this guy. Go give him a follow. Follow his freaking articles every Monday over at Fantrax. He knows what the heck he's talking about. So Nick Wilcox, I appreciate you. Thank you for dropping nuggets to all the people at home, brother. Best of luck. Go bring that championship home. You messaged me. Oh yeah, I'm playing him. Fantasy. I'm like, he's playing every single minute. All 48. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
What players play every minute of the game?
Yeah, no, and then now he doesn't even have a contract anymore.
I know, right? He's not even. Yeah, it's not even on the team.
What? Oh man, sweating over this Purdue Texas game now because good lord, man, always fun March Madness. Always fun.
Yeah,
always fun.
You need what? Purdue and U of A?
Just Purdue, but they're probably I think they're tied now with 10 seconds left. So Texas shooting a free throw. And then Iowa just beat Nebraska, 9 seed, going into the Elite Eight. Yep, just like we all predicted. Yep, Iowa Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes, wild, unreal. And not bracket busting for me or anything. It's just it's just one of those things where I thought they were gonna do their thing. Nebraska, they were looking great. First quarter of the game, first 8 minutes of the game, and all of a sudden just 25 points in the second.
Right.
Yeah, well.
Not many mid-majors doing much damage too, huh?
No, and you know what? It's just a topic of conversation because now it's the bigger schools now are going to be able to go get whoever they want now, with the NIL and stuff going now, and that kind of it just keeps it more one-sided in a way because the gems that we used to watch for mid-majors and stuff they don't come out as often anymore because now it's everybody knows about everybody's game and stuff like that now. So it's not like with Steph Curry and Davidson stories and stuff like that, or one of my favorites, Wichita State and stuff like that, or VCUs. These guys don't just come out the woodwork now anymore, unfortunately, because most people, if you're really, really good, you're at a bigger level school now for the most part. So. Yeah, this tournament so far, really, honestly, has been really chalky. So,
100%. Any other NBA stuff, guys, you want to talk about? We covered up pretty much everything. You're right. The Paul George thing, that's pretty big if he stay healthy. That team on paper for the last 4 years, it's like the Clippers the last 5 years on paper. Just can't stay healthy.
Yeah, literally.
Every year.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yep.
So with today being MLB opening day, today I got some new footage of the Las Vegas Athletics Stadium, which they haven't found a trademark name. Have they, Snoop?
I don't know.
I don't think they have.
It's 6'3".
But going where the Tropicana was, so I can't wait to watch baseball up here.
Yeah.
Excited for Las Vegas in 2 years? No, next year they're going to have baseball and basketball added. That's going to be crazy.
Yep, it's going to be exciting.
So I know you're a Golden Knights fan, and Vegas is your home. So got to show some love there. So with MLB today, opening day, Haywood's got some futures he wants to share. I've been doing pretty well with these last couple of years. Pretty high hit ratio when it comes to my percentages on futures. So I'm going to pull up FanDuel and talk to you guys about some MLB futures that I want to talk about to end the show here. So I got futures for divisions. So I'm going to tell you in a nutshell what I'm liking initially. So I'm going straight first to the AL Central. I'm going the Tigers. That's plus money for them to win the division. This is a gimme all day. They're going to win this division, even though the Guardians are always there every year. They added Valdez. They got the same team back. Skubal, best pitcher in baseball. The team's young. I just see it. So it's plus 110. So I'm going to parlay 3 teams, but I already got $100 on each of these 3 bets I'm going to give you. So I'm just showing you what my futures are. So the Tigers are 1. And then I'm going to go to the AL West, and I'm going to put the Seattle Mariners on here as well. I'm going to parlay.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, so I think they got the best pitching staff in baseball when it comes to starters. I absolutely love that team. I think they're going to go all the way to the World Series this year in the AL. That's my prediction for Seattle. I just love that team this year. Yeah, they lost Suarez, but they got many bats in that lineup. Not like gangster ones, but that pitching is just gangster, 1 through 5. They got a great bullpen. So I'm going with the Mariners on 1. So it's minus 120. So on the straight bet I did, I put $120 on this to bring back home $100. So technically I'm placing 1 band minimum each on these 3 bets. And then Snoop, not just because I love you. It's this year or no year. The Cubs are going to win the NL Central this year. Plus 120. If they're not going to win it this year, they're not going to win it soon. It's your year, Snoop. So it's plus 776 on the odds. So I'm going to do a low dollar band. But remember, I got 1 band on each of these individuals. So that's actually my 3 best ones. It's the 3 individuals. But I already place those bets. So I'm going to wager 25 to take on 194.22, and that is Haywood's future MLB. Let's go.
All right. There's Haywood's futures MLB.
Let's go. Hey, I hit a couple of those. So, hey, if I could win all 3, that'd be nice. But those are my 3. The one other one I really liked is the under on Toronto's wins. I think it's going to be really hard for them to duplicate. I think they got it set at like 89, 88. But it's going to be a long season. Baseball is one of my specialties. So, hey, I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for freaking another great show. Nick, Snoop, cheers, but I'm empty. So,
I'm empty as well.
Any other last words for the folks at home, fellas?
See you next week.
Yeah, see you next week. That's all I got. All right, good night, everybody.